The first time I saw Kale, he was a shimmering silhouette against the city's neon glow, his form subtly shifting like heat haze on a summer road. I was a structural engineer, a woman who lived by blueprints and solid foundations. He was ... fluid, unpredictable, mesmerizing. He told me he was a traveler, which I took to mean he had a bad case of wanderlust. I had no idea his travels spanned galaxies. Our first date was a kaleidoscope. He laughed, and his hair seemed to catch the light in a way that wasn't quite human, swirling with iridescent colors. When a waiter spilled a drink on me, a flash of anger made his eyes burn with the intensity of a forge. Just for a second, I dismissed it as a trick of the light. I was falling for him, this man of 1,000 fleeting faces. He explained his condition as a rare form of emotional synesthesia. His body, he said, reacted to his feelings. Joy made his skin glow, faintly gold. Sadness made him seem almost transparent. I found it beautiful, a living testament to the heart he wore so openly. He was a Xylosian, a shapeshifter from a world where emotions were a physical language. His species was a marvel of biological engineering, designed to adapt and survive. But Kale was different. He was born with a defect, a broken emotional regulator. On this world, he was a danger. Here, on Earth, he was just a man trying to find his place, trying to control the storm inside him. He showed me his true form once in the privacy of my apartment. It was a creature of starlight and shadow, elegant and terrifying, with limbs that defied earthly anatomy. He was afraid I would run, but all I saw was the same soul I'd fallen for, vulnerable and raw. Our love was a secret garden in the middle of a concrete jungle. We built a life on stolen moments and quiet understanding. I became his anchor. When anxiety made his form flicker and distort, my hand in his would bring him back to the familiar human shape I loved. I learned the language of his shifts. A tremor in his hands meant fear. A ripple across his skin meant uncertainty. I was his blueprint, his solid ground. But you can't contain a star forever. One evening, a sudden explosion from a nearby gas main rocked our building. The shockwave of panic that hit the city was nothing compared to the one that hit Kale. The raw, collective terror overloaded him. I watched in horror as he lost control. His body convulsed, growing, stretching, shattering the walls of our apartment. He wasn't just shifting, he was unraveling. He became a chaotic mass of limbs and energy, a storm of uncontrolled emotion made manifest. He burst out into the night, a living cataclysm tearing through the streets. Buildings groaned under his unintentional assault. The city saw a monster. I saw the man I loved, lost in an agony I couldn't imagine. Helicopters swarmed to the sky, their spotlights painting him as a target. The military was mobilizing. They were going to kill him. Panic seized me. But then I looked at the chaos, at the fear he was projecting, and I understood. He wasn't attacking. He was screaming for help. He was a drowning man, thrashing in an ocean of emotion. I had to get to him. I ran through the screaming crowds, past the barricades, ignoring the soldiers who shouted at me to stop. I used my knowledge of the city's infrastructure, its hidden pathways and forgotten tunnels, to get ahead of the destruction. I finally emerged from a subway grate right in his path. The creature of chaos paused. One of its many eyes, a burning orb of pure fear, focused on me. I stood my ground, my heart pounding against my ribs. I didn't scream. I didn't run. I opened my arms, just as I had so many times in our quiet apartment. "Kale!" I called out, my voice barely a whisper against the roar of his storm. "It's me. I'm here. Come back to me." For a moment, the chaos intensified. The ground shook. Then, slowly, miraculously, the storm began to recede. The monstrous form began to shrink, to fold in on itself. The starlight and shadow coalesced, pulling back from the brink. He collapsed onto the street, shrinking back into the familiar form of the man I loved. And trembling in the center of the destruction he had caused, I rushed to his side and wrapped him in my coat. He looked up at me, his eyes filled with tears and shame. "I'm sorry," he whispered, his voice hoarse. "I'm a monster." I held him tighter. "No," I said, my own tears starting to fall. "You're not a monster. You're Kale. And I love you." In that moment, surrounded by the wreckage, we were no longer a human and an alien. We were just two souls who had found their anchor in a universe of chaos. The city would have questions. The world would have fears. But I knew, with a certainty that was as solid as the ground beneath us, that as long as we had each other, we could build a new foundation, one strong enough to withstand any storm. Our love was the blueprint, and together we would rebuild. Thank you so much for watching and coming on this journey with us. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more worlds, more love, and more adventure, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We have so many more stories to tell. See you in the next one.